Good morning. How are you? And this morning I'm having a little bit difficulty, and the Facebook site, one site is not working well at all, and now it gives me a black screen. I don't know what to do with that. So, well, I don't know what to do. So, let's just get started, okay? Oh, okay, I'm not going to worry about that side. Okay, let's get started. Things happens. I don't know for what reason, but it happens. So I just have to let go, right? Okay, and if you first time join our class, and I hope this doesn't put a bad taste in your mouth, say, oh my God, what's going on, right? And we have been running this free classes for several weeks now, 6 weeks, and it has been going well. Nothing like this happened before, but in case you're a first timer, and this is your right side. This is your left side. I mirror image you. And also I do all the demonstration both at a sitting position and standing. So without further talking, and let's bring our two hands together, go to the front, go to your right, toward yourself and left, and now to the front. So now you just go all the way around. Very good. Keep going. Okay, let's go for two more. Here's one and two. Good. And now reverse, go the other direction. This is the wrist rotation. And let's go for two more. Here's one and two. Now stretch your back out and relax. Bring the hands to your waist height, and just circle your arms around you. And this is the elbow rotation. As you bring them in, your both hands facing each other, and then you turn the palms down as you bring to your body. Good. And just relax, just chill, right? Everything will resolve itself. Good. Let's keep going. Let's go for two more. Here's one and two. Good. Relax. And then next, and your right elbow up, and then moving forward and down. You want to use your shoulder to turn your arm. Yes, you did not hear me wrong. It's using your shoulder, turn the arm, not the arm, aimlessly just turning itself. Instead, you want to use the shoulder to turn the arm. Let's go for two more. Here's one and two. Now reverse. Try to brush through your right ear. Yes, good. Can you feel it? Make it big. Make it go all the way around. Shoulder is the most flexible joint in our body. And I was told it can make 360-degree turn. Okay, now let's switch to your left. Again, using your shoulder. Very good. Some people ask me, say, why you put your hand here? I say, I'm not exactly sure. But there's one thing for sure is what reminds me to focus on my shoulder. Yes, because we want to turn from the shoulder. Good. And now reverse. Good. Making you turn big, big rotation. No need to go fast, but we go big. Yes. so we don't lose the range of motion. And that's very important. Let's go for 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Good. And the next, and a gentle fist. Okay, don't grab your fist too tight and have white knuckles. And turn to your right side twice, then your left side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Good. All right. And so next one, and then kick. Bring your feet behind and kick to the front. All right. Spring your legs and just relax. Chill out. Okay. All right. And now, what do? Gentle fist again. And 1, 2. Feel the stretch in your chest. And now hands up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Yes. And during the demonstration, sometimes I will turn sideways so you can see better. So when I turn, you don't have to turn. Okay. Good. And the next one is together. All right. And generate that warmth in your hands. And now gently massage your neck and go back and forth and all the way around, and then melt that stress away. And yeah, when we are stressed, and normally the neck knows first. And now keep your upper body upright, head suspended. Now gently lower your head. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Good. And up center. Now tilt to your right shoulder and make sure your left shoulder doesn't come up. Okay. Back to center. Now go to your left shoulder. Back to center. Now look at the ceiling. And back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Left shoulder. Back to center. Now head down. Circle to right, back, left, and down. Keep circling. Okay. And now reverse to your left, back, right, and down. Do you hear the popping noise? I do. I can hear the popping noise in my neck. Good. And now stop. Now 2 hands together again. Good. And now placing your hand in the vesicular pelvis and over your kidneys. And now you massage. If this is difficult for you, and then you can use the back of your hand or even using fist if it's easier for you. So it doesn't matter. You have options, right? Good. And the next one, and then we're going to do the hip rotation, and keep your head suspended and not moving much. Just turn your hip, okay? And you're sitting, and it's a little bit harder, but it's still doable. Good. We keep going all the way around. Nice. knees. Yeah, the key is to keep your head not moving much. Now reverse to your left, back, right, and front. Left, back, right, front. Last time, left, back, right, and front. Good. Hands together and massage your knees. Good. And now using your hands to guide the knee outward, circling. And if you're sitting, just picking up the heels. And then you do our circling as well. Let's go for 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Now reverse. Good. Now in and out, in and out. And if you're sitting, always make sure you have good posture. Keep your back upright. Yes, you will hear me saying the back upright so many times during the class. Okay, so next one, we're going to do the lunges, front lunges. So your right foot in the front, left foot in the back. Let me show you the side profile, okay? Make sure your right knee stay either above your right ankle or behind. You don't want to push forward. This is really bad for your knee, okay? And keep your left foot on the ground and you do the downward pausing, okay? And then keep your back foot in the ground unless you want to do dip. And that's a separate story, okay? And if you're sitting, bring your right knee to your chest and up. Really hugging in tight. Good. All the way in and out. And let's do one more time. Good. And now let's switch to the left leg. And now left leg in the front, right foot in the back. Again, do downward pausing, okay? Not forward pushing, okay? This is bad for the knee, okay? All right, you're sitting. Bring your left knee in and out. Yay! Good. It's your leg. Just hug your leg and tight. And thank your leg for doing all the hard work for you, right? Throughout your life. Okay. Last time. Now you're standing and open your legs wide, sideways. And now shift your weight to your right side. And you do a little pausing. Good. And if you're sitting, pick up your right foot, put on your left knee, and using your right hand, gently pressing your right knee down. Okay. Little pauses. Okay. Good. Switch. Now shift weight to your left and make sure your body doesn't turn, okay? Your body is still facing squarely to the front. Okay, good. You're sitting, bring up your left leg. Okay, you do the gentle pausing. Okay, very good. Okay, and now, place your right toes behind and using your right knee to draw circles. If you're sitting, pick up your right leg and then you rotate your ankle as well. Good, let's go one direction. And now reverse, turn the other direction. Okay. And put it down and switch to the other leg. Now your left toe in the back and using your left knee to draw circles. If you're standing, you're sitting, pick up your left leg and you do ankle rotations as well. Good. Keep turning. Okay, and now reverse. Very good. Good. And now, again, bouncing your legs and shake it out. Shake it loose. Okay. And next one, we're going to do the 8 sections of brocade and or 八段锦 in Chinese. And there are 8 different movements. And It is a stretching exercise, but it's more than just a stretching. Okay, and then you're sitting or standing, keep your feet about hip width apart and round your hands to the front and facing your lower ab, but not touching yourself. And feel your head suspended, your spine is upright, and your knees are softly bent, shoulders are relaxed, elbows are relaxed. Your hands, your fingers are all relaxed. Gently breathe in and breathe out. In and out. In and out. Now join your hands. Flip the palms upward and push all the way towards the ceiling. Now look at me. Move arms back. Okay, don't move your hip forward. Only move your arms back. Feel your lower back arch. Now open, bend your knees. Very good. And once again, bring your hands up. Keep elbows straight. Now look straight, move arms back, and open. Ooh, doesn't that feel good? And up and look straight. Oh, one of my students, Jackie, every time she does that, when she opens her arms, she just says, ah. That feels really good. 两手托天立三焦 Both hands pushing toward the sky. It's great for the health of our spine, shoulders, lower back, and the triple walnuts. Good. Next one. If you're standing, open your legs wide. And make sure your toes doesn't open like this. Bring it in. So both feet kind of parallel to each other. Your knees go out, okay? So you can do this high stand, medium stand, or low stand. Your choice. And both arms crossed in front of you. And so slowly pull arms apart. Left elbow straight and right elbow bend. Now open right arm, both hands cross, and pull. Open left, cross, and pull. Open right, cross, and pull. 左右开弓四射雕 Bow and arrow on both sides. It's great for the health of the lungs and the heart. Okay, let's do one more set. I really enjoy this movement. Good. It feels so wonderful. And pull. Good. And the next one, keep your feet in about hip width apart, both hands facing up. And now slowly bring your left hand up and twist. Now your left finger, see, point to the right side, okay? And right hands gently pressing down with fingers point forward. And now inhale, bring both hands together. And exhale, this time right up and left down. Now right fingers point and left side, right? Left fingers point forward, okay? And together, exhale, good. Inhale, exhale, good. 调理脾胃虚单曲 To improve the health of the stomach and spleen, we raise the arm, alternate. Very good. Okay, how about one more set? First on your left. Together. And right. Good. Now both hands down, okay, in front of your lower abs. And open your arm. Feel the stretch in your chest. And now, not moving your body, only your head. Look at left and back. Open, feel the stretch, and looking right and back. Left and back. Right and back. Wu Lao Qi Sang Wang Hou Qiao. Wise out turning the head. And this is great for the health of the liver, the digestive tract, and can also reduce, get rid of fatigue. And yesterday I got a message from how should I say, attendants. And somebody have been attending my classes, and that they was telling me, say, it's great that during this class, we have the option to do it standing or sitting. And some people, because their physical condition, and they will do a combination. Some of the exercise they do standing, some they do sitting. And so yeah, you do have choices. Good. And the next one, okay. And open your legs wide, and if you're standing, and 4 fingers in the front, and the thumb in the back of your leg. And we're going to swing our head right to left and back, from left back to right. And then if you're sitting, and make sure you bring out your feet, 45-degree angle in the front, and then your knee needs to be behind the hip. Both sides, okay, make sure. And then you place the hands on the knees. Now lower your head to your right knee, circle to left, and circle all the way around. Woo, relax. And now lower your head from left to right, circle. Good. And now right to left, circle, and left to right. Good. And 摇头摆尾去心火. Circling our head and tail. This can help to reduce the inflammation in our body. Very good. And next one, bring the feet in about hip width apart, both hands up, palm facing each other, and bend the elbows down, and flip the palms facing up. Now bring the hands to the back, the kidney, and now keep your legs really straight, and run the hands behind the legs, touching the heels, the toes, move to the ears, and coming up. You know what? I guess every job has some kind of risk. Okay, now going down to the toes, to the ears, and when I bend all the way down and talking, sometimes the saliva will go to the wrong pipe, that causes me coughing. And coming up, yeah, that's a job hazardous. I did not imagine that could happen. 双手攀足固肾腰. Up, both hands touching the feet is great for the health of the kidneys. Good. This is last time. And now bend your thumb and four fingers wrap around. And again, you have choice of high, medium, or low. If you're standing, and right fist out, open, turn, making a fist and in. Left out, turn your wrist at a 90-degree angle and look straight and open up your eyes wide. Yes, really, really wide. Good. This is called twist your wrist and open your eyes wide. This can increase your energy level and as well as your strength. Good. Last one. Good. And now bring your feet together, up on the heel and down, up and down, up, down. And two more. Here's one and two. If you do this is 7 times along with the other 7 exercise every day, you can keep the doctors away. And the good things about this exercise is very, very flexible. And if you cannot remember the sequence, it's okay if you do, some, say the second movement, the bow and arrow before you raise your arm. No worry. And as long as you do them all, and in general, you do 6 times of each movement except the last one. And but you can do more. For example, if you feel you want to do more for your stomach or you want to do for your kidneys, you can just do those extra sets, and that is only great for you. And so I highly encourage everybody do this, and I do it myself every day. And if you have been attending this class, you know that we do this every day. Yeah, it sometimes gets boring, but you know what? Routine is good, right? Routine is good for our health. Today is Tuesday. Last Tuesday, we had Dr. Roger Yanka as a guest instructor. And after the class, I received a lot of responses from many of you. And everyone really appreciate Dr. Yanka's teaching. And Dr. Yanka is a holistic healer. And he has been devoting himself into this mind, body, and wellness area for 30 years. And he's a Chinese medicine doctor. He does acupuncture and so forth. And but I think he really fond of promoting Tai Chi and Qigong, and he even created a little method, and that's called Tai Chi Easy, and make Tai Chi Chuan much more accessible to everybody. And if you have ever learned Tai Chi Chuan, it's kind of difficult, and it looks easy, but it's difficult to learn. But Dr. Roger Yanka has made Tai Chi Chuan very accessible to many people. And so people appreciate how he made the very profound things easy to understand and easy to follow. Let me see. Yeah. Let me bring him to the studio. Okay. I don't know what happened to my computer today. Okay. It's now. I guess it has delay. Hey, Dr. Yanka, good morning. Very good. Now I see you. Can you speak up so I can hear if you?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yes, very clear. So you know what? Like I say, last week, your teaching really resonated with a lot of people, and people really appreciate it. You made a very profound thing, very easy to understand, very easy to follow. And so I'm just going to get out your way.
Good day, everyone. And yes, let's just do some practices together. Uh, I, because Tai Chi Easy is still Tai Chi and requires quite a bit of uh, coordination to be able to get the feet and the hands together. Today, we'll just do some very simple Qigong. We'll call it medical qigong because in these times we have the question of what is medicine anyway, and is medicine that effective? Clearly, the only thing you can do for infectious disease is avoid the infection. Medicine doesn't have much to do uh, for infectious disease. And for chronic disease, chronic degenerative disease, 80% by statistics that come from reliable sources, over 80% of all disease and all medical visits are preventable. So rather than waiting until we need medicine, which really doesn't have very good solutions, what we want to do is stay well, maximize health resiliency. So we'll do just a couple of little practices here today to complement what you've been doing with Violet, and I'll just get us started and talk a little bit about it as we're doing it. Typically, of course, when you're doing these practices, you're by yourself and nobody's talking. And as Violet just said a few minutes ago, if you can't remember how to do it, it doesn't matter, because there's thousands and thousands of ways to be able to move the body in subtle different differences. What really matters is, have you adjusted your posture? Have you deepened your breath? And have you cleared your mind? And of course, if you're questioning whether you're doing the movements right, then your mind is not clear. So why not we have a saying at the institute where I work, which is called the Institute of Integral Qigong and Tai Chi. We have a saying, which is that it's better to do it wrong than not do anything, because doing something engages the functional self and engages the chi. So let's first align ourselves between heaven and earth. And aligning between heaven and earth means, and stand if you can, sit if it's more comfortable for you. Aligning between heaven and earth basically means acknowledging the profound features of heaven. It's the sky. But then the question is, where is the end of the sky? And nobody knows. And so the heaven consideration is about the unknown and the mystery, like the unknown source of our dreams and the unknown source of our spiritual nature. And then earth is really kind of like an expression of our, or a metaphor for the physical self. So we have a physical self, which is kind of like the earth, and we have a mental, emotional, and spiritual self, which is kind of like the sky. And our goal in these practices is to merge heaven and earth like this. The earth energies rise, the heaven energies descend, and then you get something called Tai Chi. That's a Tai Chi right there. So now let's go on to three intentful points of focus, or three treasures. And there are many versions of three treasures, but let's use this version: posture, breath, and mind. So first is posture. Sink into your knees to a level that's comfortable for you. And my feet are always going to be parallel, whether I'm standing with my feet together as I am now, or when I step out, my feet will still be parallel as much as possible. Do take care of your knees and any other part of your body that you need to take special care of. Sink into your knees, lengthen your spine, lift your head up so you're sinking and rising, and shoulders drop, fingers soft. Now, second treasure or second correction or uh, alignment or mindful point of focus, whatever you want to call it, breath, deep, big, deep breath. Let's just go like this. Breathe in, breathe out. Now adjusting the mind. Before we were thinking about this and that. Now we're only thinking about this. So you could put your past in one hand and your future in the other hand, bring your hands together. That would be called, I'm not going to pay attention to my past right now. I'm not going to pay attention to my future right now. I'm just going to pay attention to the present right now. Then let's open. Open means shift your weight so that you step one foot one way. Just to stay in the center of the screen, I'm going to shift both ways so that I've got a good wide stance. Now, the feet are just going to be parallel, so you don't need to be able to see my feet for right now, for our time together today. Begin to allow yourself to rock forward and back. Rocking forward means that your weight comes onto the ball of your foot and your toes. Rocking back means that your weight is coming onto the ball of your foot and your heels. So rocking forward, I'm rocking forward and then I'm rocking back. I'll show you from the side. Rocking forward, rocking back. Rocking forward, rocking back. Lengthen spine, lift head up. Drop shoulders, rock forward, rocking back. Then, in addition, allow your hands to turn palms forward when you rock forward and turn your palms back when you rock back. Then, so we've got rocking and palms turning. Now, breathe in or out when you bring your palms forward, and then the opposite when you bring your hands back. So if you decide to breathe in when you come forward, out when you come back. If you decide to breathe out when you come forward, breathe in when you come back. And notice we're just adding one little piece at a time. First rocking, then palms forward and back, then breathing. Now raise your hands higher. When you rock forward and raise your hands higher, lift yourself up. You're unbending your knees. When you turn your palms down, sink into your knees and shift your weight back. Now, this practice is very soothing. You can slow it way down. I'm breathing in or breathing out as I'm raising my hands, and I'm doing the opposite as I'm lowering my hands. When we soothe ourselves in the present moment, what's happening is that you're not thinking about the best or the worst of what did or could happen. Or we're just drifting in the present moment where there's no additional content to what we're doing now. So concerns and considerations which require reflection on the past or the future are not happening now. Now notice when you come up like this and you lift yourself up, there's a moment when it feels like you could just fly up. And then when you sink down, there's a moment when you are sunk and grounded. So that's like Tai Chi. Tai Chi is two parts of one thing. So one part of who I am and how I'm acting right now is rising up, and it's light, as if I could fly away. The other part, the complementary part, the mutually interactive part, is the grounding. And of course, the breath and the movement and the kind of meditative point of view are all conspiring to maximize function. And function and qi are very similar in humans. If we were talking about trees, the qi in a tree is also functioning, the coordinated functioning of tree qi. And if we were talking about a solar system, the qi that supports it in acting like a solar system is how a solar system functions. So we could say that in just a small way, in a way of helping to understand, qi is function. And for humans, that means metabolism. It means homeostasis of the autonomic nervous system. It means producing neurochemicals that are expressive of the capacity to go and get things done, but also to go slow and rest and restore and rehabilitate. Going and slowing is a kind of Tai Chi. Last one. Now let's put our hands together and rub them to make some heat. And as you know, Chinese medicine is based on yin and yang, qi. And as you know, Tai Chi is based on yin and yang. And what we're going to do now is turn our attention to the idea that in the human body, there are energy channels throughout the arms, legs, torso that are fueling the function of the organs. And starting with your hands at your heart and touching lightly or touching a little more heavily or even not touching at all, but having your hands off of the body, your choice. We do what we call tracing the channels. Tracing the channels means to, with our intelligence, pay attention to the idea of fostering or nourishing or encouraging the qi, hands come to the back now. Lift your hands as high as you can, stroking down your back onto the backs of your legs. And you won't be able to see me going all the way to my feet, but I'm going all the way to my feet and then around my toes and then up the inside, tracing the qi channels. The qi of the sky is descending into the human system. The yang qi of the sky is descending into the human system to support the function of the yang organs. And if you want to look up the yang organs, go to the internet and just say yin and yang organs, and you'll get plenty of information on that. The yang energy is descending on channels that are not all exactly on the back. So you want your thumbs to be on the side, and your tips of your fingers are on the back. Same with the legs. Tips of fingers on the back of the legs, thumbs on the side of the legs. And then when you come around to come up, now you're tracing the yin channels, because the yin energy rises. So as you're doing the practice, you can be thinking to yourself, now, by focusing on the present moment and being careful to stay in the comfort zone and doing these movements and these breathings and paying attention to these ideas and the experience that we're having, we are maximizing function. We are turning on what we call turning on the medicine within. Now open your arm, palm side. This hand, the hand that's by the heart, is going to stroke out along the palm side of the arm and then come round onto the top, which is the shoulder side of your hand. When you get to your face, turn your face as your hand is passing. Other side. Hand comes to the heart and then stroking out to the palm. Round the tips of the fingers onto the shoulder side of the arm. Stroking onto the shoulder, face, turn your face. One more time on each side. Stroking out to the palm, round the tips of the fingers onto the shoulder side. Turn your face. You may even feel some warmth from your hand. Now both hands come to the sides of your face. That's a very unique posture right there. Hands over top, now descending, nourishing and supporting and encouraging the yang qi. Round the inside of the legs, and onto the torso. Now at this point, your right hand is over your liver, and your left hand is over your spleen and pancreas. And sink into your knees, lift your head up, drop your shoulders, deep breaths, deep, slow, relaxed breaths, make circles with your hands on your liver on the right, liver and gallbladder, and spleen and pancreas on the left. In the center is your stomach, and the intention for what we're doing here is to lightly stimulate the nerves that are around the area of these organs, as well as to send chi to the organs. So stroking one way, then go back the other way. Then stop, sink, rise up, big breath. Notice what you're feeling inside. Turn your attention inward. We call this energizing the organs, or balancing the organs, or sending chi to the organs. And it really depends on what you're feeling. Now, some people will say, well, there's a difference in temperature. My hands are cooler or my hands are hotter than my body. Others will say, well, I feel a kind of chi feeling, like a trickling of electricity, or I just don't want to tell you what you should be feeling. I want you to, the Qigong and taiji teacher always wants for you, the student, to be learning how to pay attention. So have a conversation with yourself about what are you feeling. Now, in the Western world, most people don't know where their organs are, and they don't know what their organs do. In more indigenous cultures, they knew where the organs were, and they felt that there was a meaning or power to having a conscious relationship with the organs. So right now I'm having a conscious relationship with my liver, my spleen, and my pancreas, all of which have to do with like the big job of general metabolism. And so you can imagine, perhaps, that when the organs feel like the person who owns them actually knows where they are and cares about them. Now you might think, well, my organs don't care. And then I would say, how do you know? How do you know? And what would happen if you spent a couple of months experimenting with caring for your organs? And then bring your hands one to the belly and one to the heart area, heart and lungs and thymus gland. Make circles. Big, deep breaths. Lift your head up. Sink into your knees. Or if you're sitting, sink into the chair. Now go the other way. Turn your stroking in the other direction. And then stop with your hand on your lungs, your thymus gland, and your heart here at the chest level, and on your umbilical or belly button at the lower level. Big, deep breaths. Notice what you're feeling. Turn your attention inward. See if you can defer or deflect distraction See if you can actually stay with the idea of feeling, noticing, being conscious of what's going on in your hands, what's going on in your body. And remember, the word feeling has two definitions. One is sensory. I'm having a physical feeling. And the other one is emotional. I'm having an emotional feeling. What are you feeling? Hot, cold, energy feeling, some kind of. I just don't want to say what you should be feeling. I'd rather you pay attention to what you are feeling. Now bring your hands around to the back and lift up as high as you can and stir the qi. It can be helpful to bend forward to do this. Stir up the qi, make some heat. Then place your hands flat on your back, as high as you can go. And then stand up straight. Big breath. Now it's the kidneys. So we did the heart, the lungs, the umbilical was large and small intestine, and reproductive organs and bladder. We did the liver and the spleen and the gallbladder. Now we're on the kidneys. So we're really influencing all of the organs. Big breath, stand up as straight as you can. Notice that it really pulls across the front here. That's not bad. That's like a novel position to be in. You want to become more resilient, have more novel movements. Notice what you're feeling. Appreciate your kidneys. In Western medicine, the kidneys remove impurities from the blood. And in Chinese medicine, the kidneys are the repository of your original energy that you derive from your parents and from the cosmos. Very powerful. Now, stroking down the back, as we did before. Bring your hands to your belly. Now we're going to go at the level of the ribs, go one way, either way. Shift your weight, and your hands are going in that same direction. Then your hands go down. Sink down, sink down. Shift your weight to the other side. Hands are now going this way. And raise up. So we're making circles, not just with the hands, but with the entire body. Big deep breaths. Now hands going the other way. Make the circle smaller so that your hands end up over your belly button. Or if you're a purist in Qigong and Tai Chi, you would put your thumbs in your belly button and your palms on your lower abdomen. Sink, lengthen, shoulders drop. Turn your attention inward. Breath, deep. We've been making medicine, we're making medicine now, turning on healing resources within your own system for no cost. You cannot buy this medicine. you can only make it for free. Now, closing. Bring your feet together, gather from around you.
That's really, really awesome, Dr. Yanka. I really appreciate very much of your wonderful teaching. Can I show everyone something really quick? I'm going to share a screen, okay?
Sure.
Okay. You're truly a visionary, and I don't know if this is the first edition on. Can everybody see my screen? My computer is extremely slow today. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We can see that.
Can everyone see it?
Oh, it went away now.
Oh, this is so.
There we go.
No, this is not the one I want. Oh, okay. So this is was published in 1998 in paperback. I don't know if you have a copy even before that. And my understanding, this book is how should I say, well received and sold many copies. And it's talking about the healer within. And you're truly the visionary. And a long time ago, you using your knowledge in the Chinese medicine and Qigong and Tai Chi, and I guess you wrote a book. And looks like today you share the knowledge from that book with us, right?
Yes, the practice today was those are practices that are included in the Healer Within. That is correct.
Yes, well, so I really appreciate your generosity, and I hope you can come back and more, and then to share this with us continuously. And everyone, if you're interested in the book, and I guess you can just Google it, The Healer Within. Yeah, and
Well,
this
thank
is
you,
so nice. And the first.
Yeah, thank you for your invitation and for supporting your audience in learning these things. It's a very powerful time for the citizens of all nations to really get it that medical intervention is the last thing we would want to do. The first thing that we want to do is be resilient. And so Qigong, all Qigong is medical Qigong because all Qigong and Tai Chi are therapeutic or medical, if you want to call it that, because what they do is they support us in producing medicines within ourselves that are more powerful and applied in a more timely manner than any kind of medicine that you could ever get from a drugstore or from a hospital. Who would want to go to a hospital anyway? It sounds like one of the most dangerous places in the entire world.
It was, at least nowadays, really bad. And so I guess, we all feel so bad for our healthcare professions. They are at the front line to defend us and to defeat the virus. But actually, like you said, we can do a better job if we make ourselves more healthier. And then we don't have to bother them, right? And their job is hard enough. And then I think, we really need to help ourselves. Yes. Well, again, thank you so much for coming today.
Yes,
and I know it's very early for you in California.
It is that.
And,
but I'm delighted to have the opportunity, and I wish you well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and everyone for joining us. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulty we had this morning. Okay. Thank you.